Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Power Season 3, Episode 8. So, it is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to all of the Roxstars out there. I didn't do my video on Sunday because I didn't feel like it. I didn't even watch the show until it came on its regular time. So, yeah, we getting it on Monday, y'all. Hope y'all have a really good Labor Day today. Y'all be safe. Y'all probably celebrated yesterday, but anybody getting out to any barbecues or anything, what y'all having? Who's cooking? Where y'all going? Anyway, you guys, Power, I tweeted last night that I don't even know if I'm enjoying the damn show anymore. It's so fucking stressful and intense. I'm gonna be glad when it goes off. Like, it's too much for me. Like, I still love it. The acting is good. The writing is good. Pace, everything. But it's just, for some reason, I just be looking at it like, ugh. It make my stomach hurt, you guys. I'm telling you, I be stressed out. Anyway, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so Milan is nursing Tommy back to good health. You guys know the old adage, you know, you break them down to build them back up. He sees something in Tommy that he didn't realize was there, which is that Tommy's loyalty to Ghost is wavering. He tells him, you know, he's not holding him at his will. When Tommy wakes up in some unknown place, Tommy was like, well, I'd like to get the fuck up out of here. And Milan was like, sure, go on ahead. Go on and stitch you up, let you get on your way. And then, you know, I'll talk to you later because we got business to discuss. In the meantime, Lobos' team, you know, they don't know where the hell Lobos is. They meet up with the big boss Mike and was just like, where the fuck is he? Big boss is playing the role. I don't know where he is. The government is looking for all of us who was involved, okay? So I can't talk to you no more. I can't help you no more. And the old boy was like, oh, no, you don't. I need a passport. I need some money. I need a ticket to get the fuck out of the United States. And Big Boss was like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't help you no more. We can't talk no more. Like Lobo's man was going to just be like, oh, okay. But he was like, what? Let me tell you something. I'll kill your whole family, your daughter, your woman, you. Yeah, you going to get that to me. You going to get it to me quick, or else everybody going to be dead. So he put a little something on Big Boss' mind, you know, something to motivate him. Now back to Tommy. He take it on home. He's still kind of spaced out and thinking about his dear Holly. You know, Ghost comes over. It's like, where the fuck you been, Tommy? You done fell off the grid. Tommy was just like, yeah, I had to deal with getting beat up by Milan. Ghost was like, yeah, he showed up at the house too. I gotta do something about him. He is out of control. We need to find out who was Hugo's inside man, the one that knew about the transfer. And Tommy was like, why? We need to find that out so you can tell Angie? Fuck no. Fuck that bitch. We ain't telling nothing. Ghost was like, no, it ain't for Angie. It's for all of us. Fuck, if she goes down, we all go down. We need to find out who that person was. Now, back at the office, we see Angie, and she's looking at her iPad, and she's looking at what looks like a surveillance camera. Not a surveillance camera, but just like the camera, you know, like a security camera at a location. We don't really know what it's about, but we see that it is Jamie. Okay, and she was just like, oh, well played, Jamie. So y'all hold on to that because that's going to make sense later. We find out that the federal government is still trying to work with Ruiz. They're telling him, you know, that he can still flip on St. Patrick, and he was just like, yeah, because that Lobos thing worked out. You guys can protect him. What the hell make you think that you're going to be able to protect me? That's all right. I'm going to take all my information. I'm getting the fuck out. Back at Truth, Ghost and Andre are talking. They're trying to figure out how they can get back at Milan as well. You know, Ghost was just like, whenever we at Truth, it's club business only. Okay, not sure if they got shit bugged around here or what. But I'm working on a plan, trying to find out more about Milan. Andre was like, oh yeah, I meant to tell you. You remember the old boys that came and swooped the DJ up from under his feet at Verbatim? Okay, well, them the same boys that came and swooped up Karen Bassett and took Ghost's deal with all the hotels. Okay, so that deal is off the table. That pisses Ghost the fuck off. He get real mad. I started cracking up. I was like, you molded? Andre notices that Ghost is just off his shit right now, you know. So he texts Kanan. He's like, you right, Ghost is spooked. Again, they making it very clear that when his back is against the wall, Ghost gonna come out crazy, okay? At least that's what I'm hoping, because he sure is pitiful in this episode. So, Ghost and Tommy, they go and they meet up with Lobo's man, the one that's trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, that was talking to the big boss. Okay, well, they trying to find out from him who is the damn connect in the jail, okay? So, you know, they both got their guns trained on them. They're trying to walk them somewhere so that they can talk to him, and old boy get to teasing Tommy about Holly. And honey, Tommy can't take it. He busts the flat jammy on old boy. I mean, kills him real good. You guys shoot him about 10 times, you know, pow, 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 fall on the ground, pow, pow, pow. You know, Ghost was like, damn it, Tommy, why'd you do that? I mean, you out of control. And Tommy was like, fuck him. Fuck Angie. I don't give a fuck about none of these people. You better tell your stupid bitch to not say nothing if somebody stepped to her. Ghost goes up to the dead man and checks his body, and he finds a phone on him. Now back at the federal government, you know, dedicated, crazy, obsessed, and Angie, they all talking. And they trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with Lobos, who did what as well. Okay, the black man comes in and he tells them that it was definitely premeditated. They found Lobos' body. He's got like close range, shoot right at the chest, pow, pow, pow. And, oh, did I tell you guys that it was 2 people that was involved in the shooting? Yeah, that's right. There were 2 sets of footprints. Okay, Angie's like, oh my God. Because Angie knows that means it's Ghost and Tommy. Okay, she kind of looks up at Crazy Obsessed, and he looks at her like, mm-hmm. And then he gets a text message from his connect, the other guy, says that, you know, he needs to be debriefed on Lobo. So, you know, he goes over there and he talks to that guy. He's telling him that it was 2 sets of footprints. Okay, he just found that out. That's obvious that it's St. Patrick's and Kagan. Is that his name? Kagan, Keegan, Tommy, and Ghost. And the guy was like, I knew I should have known that was coming. Looks like that's all you can think about is those 2. How much sense would it make for them to kill their supplier? I mean, that's like shooting themselves in their own selves in the foot. Crazy Obsessed X, he's thinking about it, and he was just like, unless there's a new supplier. And so then his friend was like, look, okay, well, you go on and, you know, research up on that and see what you come up with. And if you don't come up with nothing else, listen, I don't want to hear it no more. Okay, lose my fucking number. He tired of this shit. Now back at the club, Ghost finds himself talking to the FBI lady. You know, before he starts talking to her, he texts Andre and says, hey, take Tariq, you know, out to play basketball. I'll catch up with you later. So, you know, government investigator lady, you know, she's all smug, and she was just like, it was a really good plan. You used her. You got information. You killed Lobos. You were involved with everything. You might as well just go on and turn her in. You can save yourself, walk scot-free, and she'll go to jail for the rest of her life, even probably get the death penalty. And you know Ghost, he was just like, I don't know who Lobos is. But now that the heat is on Ghost, you know, he's got to figure out something. So while he was at Truth one night, he saw one of Milan's men smoking this cigarette. Okay, the guy left a package behind and Ghost swiped it. He met up with one of his boys and he wants the guy to figure out where this cigarette came from. You know, the guy's like, yeah, it's an illegal cigarette for sure. And Ghost was like, well, if I could find out where these damn cigarettes are, where the warehouse is, who's distributing them, anything, okay, I need you to find out. So I guess this is the new angle. Illegal cigarettes are a big deal in New York. I remember Alex Rogers talking about it, and who knew, child? I didn't know, but evidently if it's big enough business and if they selling this shit and distributing it, like, I guess it's contraband. So yeah, this is the angle I guess Ghost is trying to take. Ghost was like, you handle that and you're gonna have the biggest bust of your life. You're gonna be set up for life. You're gonna be good. We gonna be good. Now the next morning, Tasha's coming down from her home, and who should be in the lobby but Angie's fucking ass. Tasha was like, bitch, you moved in here? What the fuck? Every time I come here, you gonna be down here now? And Angie was like, okay. So you and Ghost, you guys did really good. You have alibis. Where the fuck was Tommy, though? If Tommy don't have an alibi, his ass is going to jail because they know that it was 2 people that tried to kill, that killed Lobos. Tasha's like, I don't know where he was. And she was like, okay, well, just like I said, Tommy probably going to be going to jail. And then that's when Tasha was just like, well, I think he was at his mom's house all day. So Angie, she heading over to the mama's house. Tasha texts Tommy and tells him, we got a little bit of a problem. Tommy can't call her back at the moment because he's with Milan's men. And Milan is giving him the plan, okay, how they gonna move the biggest weight ever, you know, in these high-end spots. You know, they come up with a plan that ain't gonna work the way they do it. Tommy tells him, no, this is the better way to do it. And he throws it out at him real fast, you know, if you want the shit to move around in these high-end spots, you know, so Milan is impressed. He thinks to himself, yeah, it was a good idea that I didn't kill this man. Now, like I told you guys, Angie was talking to the mama, okay, trying to find out, oh, Tommy was here such and such a night. The mom was like, yep, he sure was. He's just all day, yep, he sure was, didn't go nowhere. Oh, okay, what did you guys eat? And the mom was like, I think it was pizza. And she was just like, oh, you had it delivered? Who delivered it? I can call to see who the delivery person was. She said, oh, Tommy went and got it. And she said, I thought you said Tommy didn't go anywhere. And the mom is getting all frazzled, and then all of a sudden Tommy walks in like, oh, yeah, mom, I didn't go anywhere, you know. So now Angie is looking, you know, she jumped up and Tommy was like, sit that ass down, Angie. I was like, Angie, girl, I hope you got a gun in that damn cute bag of yours. Angie plays tough with him. I hope you got your story together, okay, because they coming for your ass. And then when she's walking out, she was like, too bad your girl Holly ain't around no more. If she wasn't ran off somewhere and I couldn't find her, she would be in your corner for sure. That's the person you need because, fuck, we grilled her for 24 hours straight and she never flipped on you. That can't make Tommy feel good. Okay, he kind of looked down and he looked up and he was like, you know what, you better get your shit together. Otherwise, you and Ghost gonna be in jail. It's gonna be his and hers jumpsuits. So Tommy take it on back to Truth. He's gonna be involved in a meeting. That's right. Okay, Ghost finds out from Milan that, you know, he wants to have a meeting right now. And, you know, Ghost is like, I don't really have the time. He looks over and down into the to the dance floor area of the damn club. And Milan got all his homeboys there, all the goons, okay, all the big bosses, the Korean boss. Tommy is down there, you know, and Ghost is just like looking like, oh my God, not in my club. Tommy come up to him and he was just like, how you gonna have this shit in my club? Okay, and Tommy's like, look, I didn't really have a choice. Okay, they want to talk. This is where they wanted to do this shit. I ain't really got, you know, time to be fussing with Milan on locations of meetings. While they about to get started, Ruiz walks in. Okay, so now we got all of the big bosses there again, and they gonna discuss how they gonna move this weight now. Tommy starts a meeting, holds up a little pill and says, this is the future, okay? We ain't fucking around with all that other shit no more. We gonna be in high-end spots. This is what the rich people take, okay? Pills, they pop pills. We gonna be selling these, and you guys gonna pay for the shit up front. Everybody's like, oh, no the fuck we not. Okay, since when did we start doing that? And he's like, you know, that's what we doing now. The Korean jumps up and he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't know how I'm gonna prove it, but I know you killed my son, okay? As soon as he said that, one of Milan's people came up behind him and just stabbed him in the neck right there in Truth. I was like, oh! The grounds of Truth have been sullied by Milan's blood. Terrible. So after that, of course, everybody falls in line. Okay, we're going to get with these pills, and how much do we owe you? When they go out to the car, you know, Tommy is telling Ghost that he needs to fucking relax. I mean, you so damn scared, okay? And Milan is watching you. He want to see how you going to react to all of this. I mean, quit acting like a fucking bitch, okay? And Ghost was like, you right. Get my mind right. And to show how much Milan is just all over the damn place, he shows up at Tasha's place of business, the weave shop. Keisha walks off to the back, and while she's in the back, Milan is talking to Tasha. First, he's trying to see if she knows anything, okay? And Tasha was just like, yeah, you know, basically, bitch, I know everything. Okay, Milan is kind of surprised about that, but he was like, well, what about your friend? And she was just like, no, she don't know shit, okay? She don't need to know nothing. But while she's talking to him, Keisha overhears everything in the back. So Keisha, you know, she comes flying out, you know, accidentally on purpose drops some shit, and, you know, Milan comes up to her and is just like, oh, nice to meet you. You know, she was just like, oh, are you looking, you know, are you lost? You need directions? And he was like, no, I'm a friend of Tasha's. Okay, I work for her husband, Mr. St. Patrick. And then, you know, Keisha was just like, oh, okay, well, nice to meet you. So, you know, Milan leaves. And Keisha was just like, really, Tasha? So you using my shit as a drug front? Tasha was just like, well, I mean, I didn't mean to. I didn't try to do it like that. And she was just like, are you crazy? I could go to jail for this. How could you use me to do something like this? You know what? Get the fuck out. And Tasha was just like, I can't. If I stop everything, then he's going to know something's up and then it's going to be a problem. Keisha was just like, I cannot believe you. All right, lock up after me. So she leaves. Damn, Tasha, you ought to feel terrible about what you done did to your girl. Now, back at, I think it was at Angie's place down in the lobby, she's talking to Crazy Obsessed X. You know, I know that you think that I was involved, but I wasn't. Crazy Obsessed X, he was just like, well, if you weren't, then prove it. Otherwise, you know, you guys both going down, because I'm not going to let this shit go. She tries to reach for his hand. He kind of pulls himself off and he walks away. Okay, he's like, bitch, you ain't fixing to catch me in that trick bag. While they're all in the lobby doing all of this, you know, Ghost is in his car and he's watching from afar, and yeah, he feels some tinge of jealousy. Not his precious Angie. So you know what that means? He is fucked up. Okay, he goes home to Tasha's house. All right, and he's asleep, I guess, in his study or whatever. You know, Tasha comes in there the next morning and is like, the fuck is wrong with you? What is going on? I mean, you come in here, you drunk, the kids, you know, they see it, all of this. I need you to get it together, okay? And he was just like, yeah, Tasha, you know, I'm just trying to come up with a plan. She was like, yeah, the plan should be that we don't do nothing. Let Milan be, and we don't worry about it, and we don't get all of our damn selves killed. He says, nope, Tasha, don't worry about it. I got some shit up my sleeve, okay? And he walks off, and, you know, Tasha's just like, She calls Tommy and leaves a message. You know what? Call me back. Ghost is drinking again, and he say he got a damn plan. Now, Big Boss, okay, he thought about it real hard and decided that he didn't want him and his family to get killed. So he gets all of the information and shit that the old Lobos man need. So he can get the hell out of Dodge, okay? And he's supposed to meet up with him in some location. And old boy don't show up. I guess that's because Tommy killed his ass. Of course, Big Boss don't know that. So he just kind of sitting there waiting like, what's going on? Angie finally talks to the old smug investigator lady. And she was like, girl, I talked to James. I know how you feel. I can look at him and tell that he's a handful. I would be smitten too. But girl, you might as well go on and give him up. Okay, go on and protect yourself, wear wire, and have him confess to the killing. She was just like, he ain't gonna confess me. And she was just like, yeah, he will. And if you don't do it, it's gonna be a death penalty case. Okay, you already know that. But if you wear this wire, then you'll be immune. And he will go to jail. Angie was like, you know what, that's bullshit. If I knew anything, I'd serve him up on a platter. I don't know anything. Okay, and the investigator lady was just like, you know what, I like you. I sure hope this works out for you. You look like you got this shit all planned out. I'm gonna have a good time trying to see how it turns out. Now, back with Milan, you know, he's sitting there eating some soup. You know, Tommy just looking at it like, what the fuck is that? Okay, Milan offers her something. You want some? Tommy's like, nah, I ain't really into people's soup. Milan's asking, so what did Ghost say about the meeting? And Tommy's like, yeah, he wasn't really happy about it. And he was just like, yeah, see how the table turned? Okay, now Ghost needs you. Hell, I even went to go see Tasha to find out if she knew anything, and she knew everything, okay, but she wasn't even scared. He was like, I kind of like her, okay, but she was scared for her friend, okay, so I'm gonna need you to take care of that. And we had to bump old Keisha off. I was like, damn, why y'all got to kill Keisha? Keisha ain't did nothing to nobody. He also tells him, you know, that he sees potential in Tommy, but, you know, he can't move Tommy up in no places until this shit with Ghost is handled. He got to make sure that his loyalty is in the right place. Ghost is talking to Ruiz, okay, now, I know you almost flipped on me and told, okay, and Ruiz was like, oh, so you the one that's fucking the Puerto Rican chick at the damn state attorney's office. And he was just like, don't worry about that, but I do know that you almost told, and it's all good, okay, but I'm gonna need you to go back and talk to him. He was like, yeah, I'm done with them. I'm not talking to them no more. He said, no, you go back and you tell them that you know about these cigarettes, okay, and you know about the distributor and this, that, and the other. Ruiz is just like, yeah, I'm not really sure that I want to do that. Okay, I done saw how Milan killed the Korean right there in the middle of the club. Motherfucker, it's crazy. Ghost says, you do this and I'm out, and you're going to have a new connect, and you're going to have all of the business. We're going to get rid of Milan, and then everything's going to be all good. All of that aside, remember I told you guys that Tariq was taking Ghost's son to play basketball? Okay, well, while he's at the gym shooting hoops, who should walk in but Kanan? Andre saw him. He's like, fuck. Okay, because he had tried to throw Kanan off the scent. But Kanan was like, nah, nigga, you can't get away from me. He goes up to Tariq and was just like, hey, what's your name? He was like, Tariq. He was like, yeah, you know, I used to know Sean. We used to play around in the old neighborhood, have a good time. I even knew your dad. Tariq is intrigued. Okay, finally somebody is talking about his dear lost Sean. Andre doesn't like this scene one bit, okay? So he was just like, come on, Tariq, we gotta go. Tariq was just like, okay, nice meeting you, talking to Kanan. And Kanan was like, yeah, nice meeting you too. You know, when Tariq walks off to put his backpack on, it's his school backpack, so it has a name on there. And of course, Kanan sees that, so, you know, he just looks and tells Andre, you know, hit me up. Poor Andre, I know his ass is stressed the fuck out. So, of course, one day when Tariq is leaving school, good old friend from the neighborhood, Kanan, is in his car. You know, he tells Tariq to come on in. You know, Tariq just gets in the car like, you know, I was just like, what in the hell? But see, this, I guess because he's been so sheltered, he don't have no fucking street sense, obviously. Kanan gets him in the car and takes him to the old neighborhood and is telling them about the shit that him and his father used to do, you know, how they used to run the streets and all this. His dad was a big-time doughboy. You know, the son, Tariq, was just like, I don't see that now. He's like, oh, I can prove it to you, you know. So he takes him back to the hotel, to the apartment where we saw him kill, you know, Jesus Saves Lives. I still can't get over old Granny on the damn floor dead, child. But he takes him back there and he's telling them about, you know, when they used to come into this apartment and they used to run, you know, shit out of this apartment and all of that. And while he's talking to Tariq, Tariq is sitting on the couch. Kanan is pulling the gun out of the drawer. You know, he gets a text message both from his mom and from Andre, like, where are you? We trying to find you. You know, Andre's like, your dad is going to kill me. You know, and Tariq is just like, don't worry about it. I'm all good. I'm just hanging with a friend. And right when Kanan, you know, he's talking and he pulls the gun out and he got the gun like trained, he's about to blow Tariq's head off. Tariq was like, I hate my dad, and that saved his fucking life. And that's when Kanan was just like, oh shit, what's this? I thought you loved that nigga. He was like, yeah, no, I hate him, okay? He always lying, talking about being a real man, but he lies all the time. He left my mom for this woman, and you know, all of this. So, you know, now Kanan was just like, wait a minute, now I got a different angle here. Come to find out he hate him just as much as I do. Maybe I could use him a different way. So he doesn't kill him that day. And you guys already know that this little union of Tariq and Kanan is all bad. My girlfriend Debbie had been saying, I bet you Tariq is going to hook up with Kanan. And I kept on saying, I hope they don't do that. And she was right, you guys. Kanan and Tariq can't be a good thing. Now, Ghost and Tommy, one last shot. They get in the car and they talking. Do you have a plan, Ghost? You need to let me know if you do. Ghost say he don't have no plan. He asked Tommy the same thing. Do you know anything? Tommy says he don't know shit. Okay, so neither one of them are telling them anything. Tasha goes and tells Keisha, like, look, I'm trying to keep you protected. I'm sorry about all of this that's going on. You know, Keisha's just like, whatever, bitch. Tasha's like, here's a bag, $500,000. You take this money. You just be quiet. You know, you help me get this done. Otherwise, we all gonna get ourselves killed. I'm real sorry about this. And Keisha was just like, I'm sorry about this too. Tasha leaves out and Keisha picks up the bag and walks it to the back. I was just like, bitch, you better run! Because right when she walks to the back, here come Tommy. Milan told him to take care of her, and I was just like, oh, Tommy, you gonna kill Keisha? That girl ain't did shit to you. But they don't show us that he killed her. Okay, we just see him walking in. So I hope that bitch got in that back room and booked off to her fucking car, threw that damn money in it, and took the fuck off. Okay, but something tells me that they had a conversation or something went on where she was maybe not necessarily killed. I sure hope not, because I hate that the child gonna get killed off like this. Now, Angie and Ghost had obviously arranged, you know, for him to drop off the evidence, and she was gonna pick it up, but instead he jumps in the car with her. She was just like, I knew you was gonna do this. You were supposed to just give me the evidence. I was gonna pick it up, and that's that. And he was just like, here, this is the phone I found on you know, old boy, whoever was calling him, was calling from this phone. And then he, you know, he gets in his feelings, was just like, what's going on with you and crazy obsessed ex? And she was just like, oh no, you don't have the right to ask me shit. We not working together. We actually stuck together in all of this bullshit. You can't ask me nothing. Don't worry about what the fuck me and crazy obsessed ex is doing. You all in my shit. What about you and Tasha? She told me that you guys fucked all night. He was like, I slept on the couch. I didn't fuck her. You know that. She was like, I don't know nothing. Okay, you just lying to me all the time, but don't just get out my damn car. I'm tired of you. So now Ghost, you know, he's heartbroken. He's stressed the fuck out. He goes to the bar. He's sitting there. He's drinking. He sees the illegal cigarettes. When he gets a cigarette from the bar owner, then all of a sudden a shady character walks in, and he has some sort of exchange with the bar owner. The bar owner puts some package in the freezer, so we don't know what that's about, but you know, it's bad news. Look like it's one of Milan's people. Ghost is all fucked up. You know, he stayed here all night. It's time for them to close up, and you know, he's telling the bartender that, you know, I loved her and I trusted her, and he was like, yeah, well, you gotta go. When he left the bar, you know, he followed the bartender to this warehouse. All right, and while he looking at the bartender talking to what looks like Milan's people, he sees Tommy pull up. He tries to call Tommy, and Tommy sees the call, and then he ignores it. So Ghost was just like, ain't this some shit? Okay, now Tommy is working with Milan, so he ain't trying to tell me the plan. Angie is kind of fucked up too. All right, she all at her wits end. Her man is fucking his wife, and you know, so she goes over to old crazy obsessed ex house, and she was just like, I know you think I'm involved, but I didn't know anything. He tells her, you know what, Angie, you need to get a lawyer, okay, because it's about to get bad for you. And she was just like, I've been investigating him, and here I came to show you this. So she shows him the iPad, and now we know, it makes sense that it was James and Tasha on that video of them walking into the hotel the night of the transfer. She's all crying and everything, you know, he's fucking his wife again, and I done lost my man, you know, she's singing those kind of blues, and he is just like, are you gonna be all right? You know, they look like they gonna kiss, and then she was just like, I think I better go. He was like, well, at least let me walk you to the car. She turns around, and you know, in the poor white woman way, you know, she's just like, I feel so cold. So he hugs her, And next thing you know, child, they fucking. And I was just like, ain't this some shit? Old crazy obsessed ex then became sexy, and just like that, child, how the tables turned, right? And they was in that bed doing it, you know, and it was white booty and all, but I was just like, I was kind of turned on by old crazy obsessed ex, especially when they finish, and you know, Angie gets up and goes to the bathroom, and he picks up his phone and he texts his old connect friend and was like, I think Angie and James was working together. I think we can get them both. I was like, bitch, you better use them. You better get you some ass. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here. Hope you guys have a wonderful Labor Day. Like I said, y'all be safe out there. Don't drink or drive, all that good stuff. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.